Welcome back. The program is Core Digest on Core TV News. And before we took the break, we were looking at the topic, war against corruption. How ready are the enforcers? And discussing the topic for today with me is a legal practitioner, Bosun Oshifowora. And now we'll open our phone lines for you to call in to give your comment or contribution. All right, we already have the first caller. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Amikebu. I'm calling from Makurdi in Benue State.
Okay, Amicable from Makurdi. Go ahead with your question or contribution.
Okay. First, I have to make an observation.
Okay.
The suggestion that anytime you are bringing a guest in the, in any of your subsequent program, I think you should make it at least two persons.
Okay.
So that when one person is seeing things from this perspective, the other one is viewing it from the other direction.
Okay.
So that at least at the end of the day they will balance whatever they come out with.
Okay.
Because from the beginning, I think your guest from the beginning, he started saying things in the side of the government, in the side of the party, as in the party that is in leadership today.
Okay.
And so I think he was not balancing the issue, because from what I am seeing from him, any other person that is talking, against the government, is perceived to be an enemy or hiding something.
Okay. Okay, Amicable, what's your what's your own balance? We want you to
of the government.
Okay, what's your balance to this discussion? Do you have a side? What's your own opinion on how ready the enforcers are?
My opinion is that I think the government, from the beginning, people perceive the president to be slow. But as it is today, even as being slow, there are some differences. We are seeing differences in some of his actions.
Okay.
And I have to commend him for that. But then, in this area of corruption, I think what we need now is not just fighting corruption. This is the third month of his administration. And apart from this corruption issue, I have not heard any other thing. And so I think he should, start thinking of governance. Start thinking of how to bring about those promises he made during the campaign.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amicable, thank you very much for calling Amicable. All right.
That means I should be paid by the government for supporting them.
All right. Well, that's what he thinks at this time, and of course, he believes that Nigerians should always stand up to hack the government when they are not doing
that's where I'm going. Thing. You don't, where the government deserves commendation, you commend them. Where they deserve to be condemned, then you do that. You don't just come out and take an anti-government stance just in the name of doing it. I mean, there are areas where they've excelled in the past couple of months, and also we talked about the fact that this government is yet to chart an economic course for the country. There's more to governance than chasing corruption. On the fight for corruption, we've seen the stance, even though we're yet to see convictions or people return loot. We've just seen, minor things come up here and there. But, I mean, it's a good posture, unlike what we used to have. Okay. So it's as simple as that.
All right, let's just pick this other caller. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning. All right, we lost the call. You could still call back. Simply dial the number showing on your screen. And please, when you call, turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you. All right, we have another caller now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Henry. I'm calling from Kebbi.
Henry from Kebbi.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about corruption.
What?
I didn't see anything like this man is fighting because all we are seeing here was good local level. He has been up to so much now without doing anything for us. So I don't know fighting the corruption.
I didn't get you.
can't just talk about corruption. But our president wants to fight corruption. How? Because it is all to 3 months. Nothing comes in. Because for me, I say that today is their blood. They use the for our former president now. My Boko Haram issue. You understand? Because for me, I can say that this principal of Chigo girls, and before maybe in the next 2 months now, we are going to be appointed as a minister. So we have been telling us that we're going to fight about the Boko Haram situation. Give us only 24 hours. 24 hours to run. That's the...
Okay.
So let us know what to do.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Henry. All right. Well, if I understand what Henry is saying, he said the president is not doing so much except corruption. And
I don't think so, because the same president, when he stepped in, I'm not holding brief for him. I have my issues with him in certain areas, but beyond the corruption, anti-corruption campaign, the same president has been to practically all the countries in West African sub-region, and he's tried to co-opt them into, and even release funds into, you know, those joint military task force thing, which we see that, okay, now everybody is now more committed to fighting this Boko Haram thing, because they're saying it that before Boko Haram used to be a Nigerian thing, now we see them going to Chad, Niger to attack, and it's called all those people together. And if I in the you see, people just sometimes some people just like to criticize for the sake of it. Somebody I read a tweet some time back, and somebody was saying the president should call all of them here. It shouldn't be the one going to Cameroon, going to this place. And I'm like, if he calls them now, you will say he's sitting here, they are coming to meet him. If he goes to meet them, you know, there's no way you can please the world. But the fact is that the same president came out and said that the Air Force, our Air Force is practically non-existent. No, nothing in the fleet. That what we have, or what we call aircrafts, don't make sense. Now, the same president has been to the U.S. Now, prior to this time, U.S. never sold us anything. In fact, the last government, the last administration, the U.S. never sold us any arms. Now, but we saw the Congress people came in last week and they said that, you know what, the Congress has considered it. Now they want to start selling, they want to lift the ban, and they're trying to sell, you know, equipment or ammunition and things to Nigeria so that we can actually fight this war. I mean, that is a step. That is not just corruption now. He's taking steps in. I think the only grouse I have with him is the fact that the delay in appointing ministers. You cannot be everywhere at the same time.
okay.
Then also, okay, I think we have a comment.
No, I want to just put a question to you. You know, these times we see people holding brief for former President Goodluck Jonathan, saying that if he hadn't conceded defeat, Nigeria would have been a whole lot not peaceful as it is now, and so it shouldn't be. People should pay him back with probe. And the question is that should the president be selective in carrying out the directive he has said that it's war against corruption? So should there really be a caveat to who should be probed, who should not be probed, and who should be punished for doing whatever, especially if it's been confirmed by law that the person is has done that thing?
Let's take you one by one. Well, what the former president did by allowing the opposition to actually take over. Now, the opposition won, and he allowed a peaceful transition. Now, prior to this time, I used to play it down until we saw what happened in Burundi. Right? Burundi is very soon going to be a basket case.
Okay. Let me cut you short there. You continue later. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Mr. Kelvin, calling from Nasarawa State.
Okay, Kelvin from Nasarawa. Go ahead.
Okay. I think in fighting corruption in this nation, one major thing that the government should look into is to set up a special court to try the offenders, so that it should not just be something that is on paper and television.
And another one is that it should go across all sectors. You know, Nigeria is so corrupt that corruption has entered our side. One major area that is facing that is very much corrupt is the area of awarding contracts. For you to get as a contractor in Nigeria, for you to get a contract is not all about how qualified you are, but how you will be able to settle with the person that will give you that contract for your own share, for his own share. So these are the critical areas president should look into. And I want to thank him for the effort he's making and support him and by telling him that he should not let anybody discourage him from the fight against corruption. Because that is one of the major things that is facing this nation.
All right.
Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
And you too, Kelvin. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Kelvin just raised the issue of the special court, like we discussed earlier in the program. So we're talking about how should he be selective in ensuring that, and should he be selective in punishing corrupt people that have been tried and found to be corrupt?
Okay, that's okay. Once you're selective in your fight against corruption, that in itself is corruption. So corruption is beyond stealing money. Corruption is where you don't do the right thing at the right time, or where you don't apply the right measures where it is needed. That is corrupt. Corruption is something that is as simple as that. Now, so in his fight against corruption, he cannot afford to be selective, because then that will mean that he is not serious about what he is doing. We were talking about earlier on the president.
President, yes.
And in allowing a smooth transition, that is an applause. That is an eternal applause. All right? Now, but at the same time, where the former president is found to be guilty concerning the treasury or looting the treasury, then I think he should be brought to book. He himself said it, that he's open for probe.
Yes.
He said it. So I don't know why people hold brief, unnecessary brief for people where they have not been sent. Now, so if the man is confident enough to say that, then in what capacity are these people acting? So that's it. The man says he's open for probe, then probe him where it is necessary. But you see, I think the argument on the other hand is let's avoid distraction. I don't think all effort should be put, and the reason why people feel all effort is being put into this thing is because other areas, nothing is coming up. They're not saying anything. Nobody's looking at. Fine, the president raised the issue of diversification of the economy when we saw where the oil was going.
All right, let's just pick this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from. And please turn down the volume of your TV set. Thank you. Yes. All right.
My name is Eli.
Eli from Niger. All right, go ahead. Okay.
In fact, we are very grateful for. Yes, so. In fact, we are very grateful for the program that we are having this morning.
Okay.
My own observation based on what you are discussing, to fight corruption in Nigeria. To fight corruption in Nigeria is not the issue of one day, as we are discussing. Because the corruption has entered the blood of Nigerians ever since before democracy.
Okay.
And what I want to say there, they should start from where they're supposed to start. I think what, you are hearing me?
I can hear you.
Okay. They should start where they're supposed to start. I mean, the security agents and even the judiciary, they should get them well before. If they get these people well before, I think what we are trying to do is to have a hit. But if they did this start from where they are supposed to start, as I earlier mentioned about the security agent and also the judiciary, I think
Okay.
I think we don't have the use what we are fighting for. We don't have it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, we are very grateful for this discussion that we are having.
Okay. Thank you very
I
much.
pray God will help you too.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we need a blood transfusion. At least
Wow, that's a serious one. If it is entered into the blood.
No, but seriously, it has permeated the entire system. You know how bad it is? If you travel, or whenever you travel, you know, you're passing through this.
Let's just speak this with the caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, tell us.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, and please turn down the volume of your TV sets. Yes, thank you. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, so tell us your name and where you call. Yes, I can hear you. Tell us your name. Your what? What? Guinea-Bissau. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, from Guinea-Bissau. Okay.
Yeah, I love the program, but what I want to ask is all those people involved, and they listen to this very program. Yeah?
Okay.
I don't listen to this program. Those involved, but our government, I don't listen to this program.
If you can see, we hope they are listening, because for you to see it, then it means a whole lot of Nigerians are seeing the program as well.
Okay, because I'm very happy on what everybody are saying, but what we are having now, corruption, we only hearing from radio, television, all practices. Okay, let's forget our 4 or 2 years about the power. Who have been arrested, convicted, and jailed for corruption? Nobody. So we stop between ourselves, fighting corruption, doing this. If you have another job to do, just have to fix the bill. It's not better, because we are not fighting corruption. Okay, last 2 weeks, America with 2.7 billion naira because this party delegate. For what? The government said, the government said to Nigeria, according to Africa countries, how many people have been equal? So we can't keep fighting corruption ourselves too. So to me, we are not fighting corruption.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling. All right. You were talking about how corruption has eaten very deep.
You find that, you know, the last but one call I talked about, you cannot get a contract without you know,
knowing.
certain people, certain people. So now, when you want to travel, you find that they'll stop you. You have to pay here, you pay there, fees that don't have, and you don't pay. They want to hold you down. They hound you and all that. I mean, these are not things you go abroad. You don't find things like that. But you see, those kind of things thrive because you find out that the leadership, they even return money. You find police on the road stopping, asking for money, things like that. Those are minor cases. The corruption takes all forms of levels in this country. But, I mean, from simple things like that, I feel those kind of things should be nipped in the bud and they shouldn't allow such things to thrive. But where you find out that the officers will take money from you at the counter or at the different checkpoints, end up delivering to their boss in the office, such things will thrive. Now, so I think those kind of practices should be looked into, and we should find a way to just curb all those things and make sure that things go right. Same for contracts.
Okay.
Well, that one, it might be very hard to enforce, but because at the end of the day, I've been a part of one like that, where by the time we ended up, you know, paying here and paying there, fees that didn't have any relevance, we find that even the profit that is going to come from this thing, it's going to be very paltry because we practically use all the money we have. At the end of the day, we got nothing. So it's
all right. You know. Earlier we looked at police as enforcers, the judiciary, the anti-graft agencies as enforcers of the war against corruption. Now let's look at citizens, the people. How ready are we to fight corruption? But before you say that, let's just pick this call. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Samuel from Makurdi. I wish to contribute to your program.
All right, Samuel from Makurdi. Go ahead.
Yes, you see, the issue of corruption in Nigeria actually is multifaceted. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, yes, the issue of corruption is multifaceted. So we need a headed fight against corruption. I really support the issue of special court to try those who are involved in corruptly enriching themselves at the detriment of the country. Also, in Nigeria, most people look at the issue of corruption in terms of ethnicity or party affairs, etc. If you accuse anybody who is in government from the east, you can see that the majority of the people that will comment on it will support that person against, even not minding the evidence against it. If it's somebody from the north, the same thing will happen. If you go to the social media and see comments people make about the present government, and you look at their names, you know why they are commenting so. So we need to know that corruption affects everybody. And if corruption is fought and the war is won, every Nigeria will sit very well in Nigeria and is proud to be in Nigeria. So we should look at this issue as being very key. So we should fight it, and even us as individuals, we need to contribute our own quota. I so much like what some individuals did from 2 days ago by protesting in support of the president. We need to expose it. It's not something about Buhari or the president, but everybody needs to stand up and do his own part. So I really support special court. Because that affects the issue of tribunal. So I know it will also contribute against the fight against corruption. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Yes. Now, coming to individuals as enforcers of war against corruption, because it takes two to be corrupt. It takes the person requesting for the money and the person giving. Then we also know that corruption is, it doesn't have to do with the money angle, but people doing the right thing. Are citizens willing to help the administration fight corruption?
Oh, well, he just talked about the protest. I think people are fed up because you know why? All these little pockets of corruption actually lead to bigger things. For example, the only reason why we don't have lights, why the PHCN or NEPA or whatever you want to call them is not working, is because some people have decided to just be in charge and mess up things for you. Now, and for all you care, the average citizen, all he wants is just for things to work right. Now, so if I know that there's a public complaints commission where I can go and report maybe corrupt practices or disorderly, attitude, and my identity will be protected, and also I will see the outcome of my report, then I can assure you that citizens are very willing to do that. Everybody is fed up with the way the nation is. We have a whole lot of money and we're suffering in the midst of plenty. People actually want things to work. I think that's one of the reasons why they voted in this government. And I think that the society is, everybody's getting aware now that these monies are too much. I mean, some of these monies that you hear an individual stole will last 20 generations.
Okay, let's just pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
And please turn down the volume of your TV set. Thank you.
I'm calling from Sapele, Delta State. My name is Joseph Asheni.
All right, Joseph from Sapele, go ahead. I can hear you, Joseph.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, this corruption issue, a lot of people are saying Buhari is not doing it well. Buhari is doing it very well. But when you see now, the refinery in this country, the 3 refineries working now. So you will know that the man is fighting corruption. So you will know that the man is fighting corruption.
Okay.
So any petition that comes, by PDP, they are in power. They are the people that stole our money.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So
Okay.
those people that are saying that they are just hunting some people, if we don't write petition.
All right. Thank you, Joseph, for calling in and giving your contribution. Like he said that...
but I think we need to tell Joseph that your petitions must be based on facts. It shouldn't just be mere allegations. That PDP stole all your money. Who's PDP? Which individual? What money?
Money.
You know, there's this assumption that, the government, you get into government, they just steal all the money. What money? What money was allocated? So you can't just come with, frivolous
Allegations.
I'm not saying his is frivolous, but I'm saying that even when you want to write petition.
Okay, let's just... Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I from Kaduna.
I didn't get your name, please.
Yeah, I want to...
Bonnie from Kaduna?
From Kaduna.
Okay, Bonnie, go ahead.
Yeah, my contribution is that I want people to understand that this corruption thing that is that the boy who cannot use you, even if he has to stay for 8 years, he cannot fight corruption. Because one of the callers have said that it has gone deep into a common Nigerian at the grassroots level. So I think the only thing I would suggest is that Buhari have called those people that are corrupt. I think we should negotiate with them. Because there's nothing bad. We're negotiating with Boko Haram, people that have no value for someone's life directly. So if we are negotiating, then we should have after negotiating, we should have a structure. Because I think the structure will not allow him to fight this corruption now. Then we should build a structure that will prevent, reduce, at least reduce to the minimum level of every Nigerian trying to respect, and least he is scared of stealing a penny from a Nigerian treasury.
Okay.
Just like what China are doing. I think the young man there said something. He said, hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. The young man said something. He said that if Nigerians are to have like the policeman that will collect money from the street and give it to superior officer, I can tell you that in Kaduna here, one of the most corrupt police stations is the Sabo police station, where Okada is being bound, but we know it is the same police that are doing Okada in Kaduna here in Southern Station. If they catch any guy that is not a policeman, is taken to the police station, but if he's a policeman, they will let him be. That is another corruption. So he just said something which I appreciate, but I think my point here is that we should negotiate with those people. Give us this money, or you give us the percentage, then we have a structure. And we can know how we present those things. That's my contribution.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria.
God
Please,
bless.
sorry, my name is Dominic, not Bonnie.
Okay,
Dominic.
Dominic, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. You know, it just spoke my mind because beyond the police collecting bribe, beyond people misbehaving, these people who are looting the millions are they're Nigerians like us, and so they started from the small money to the trillions. And so are we ready as individuals to fight corruption, personally speaking?
Now, when fighting corruption, there's many dimensions to it. You want to recover your money, or you just want to send those people to jail. That's another one. He was talking plea bargaining, that, well, there's no point going to court,
Negotiating
wasting time. At the end of the day, I mean, we've seen, there was a case of a PDP chieftain that was accused of, some embezzling some funds from, I think, one of these government agencies, and a lot of money, serious millions, and I think it went to almost billions or something like that. But at the end of the day, he was convicted, went to prison for 2 years. Then the Supreme Court came again, or the Court of Appeal of the Supreme Court came and said that as at the time when that thing happened, that it was not in the law, it wasn't an offense under the law. The conviction was reversed, money wasn't taken back, and all that. So I think the position of Dominic and some other people is that, okay, set up a special court where they do more plea bargaining. You've stolen 1 billion. Okay, can we have 900 million? Huh? Let's assume you spent or you've used up. So let's have something substantial rather than stay in the courts and waste years and still not get anything from you, or just get conviction and nothing.
Oh, all right. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Thank you. What's your name? Tell us where you're calling from. Hello? All right, please do well to call us back. And please, before you call us, turn down the volume of your TV set because it's disrupts the connection. Thank you very much for watching. All right, you were saying.
All right, so, I mean, I think Dominic and, people that belong to the school of thought be like, you know what, take whatever you can take from those people. Let them go. That's like,
But is that not really patting them in the back? And other people will say, okay, if I can steal billion and return 900 million, I think that's a good deal for me. Hello, good morning. Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yeah, I can hardly hear you. Could you please speak a little bit louder? Okay, what's your name, please? Edward. Edward, we could hardly hear you. Could you speak a little bit? All right, Edward, go ahead. Okay. Okay, you support the idea of special court. Okay. 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 Edward, thank you. We could hardly hear you, but I think he said he is supporting the idea of special court and the fact that so that the fight could be fought and they could concentrate well. But if you can call us back, please do, but we could hardly hear what you were saying. So now I was coming to the negotiation. I steal 1 billion, I return 900 million. That's a good deal. Don't you think that's really patting the looters of the economy?
Okay, would you rather convict the person based on the extant laws for 2 years and you don't get anything back? Who cares? Not like who cares, but do we just want to put them in jail or we want to recover the looted funds? Now, so that's why I'm saying for two sides now. Some believe, okay, follow the law as it is. Now, but where the laws are inadequate in some instances, now somebody stole 2 billion. I mean, we saw the case of the pension guy, some guy, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, where he stole, they accused him of taking about 29 billion or something like that, close to 30 billion, and in pension funds, and at the end of the day, when Abuja court convicted him, and they gave him an option of fine of 750,000, and they said he went to his boat, they showed everything, and he paid. I mean, now, he's gone through the system.
Solve the damage he has caused.
That's the thing. That's why some people opt for the fact that, you know what, let's do a plea bargain. Let them give off maybe part or a substantial amount of what they've taken, then let them go free. Or give them some, because some people will be like,
is that fair?
What do you want? Do you want your money or you want conviction?
I want both.
You want both?
Now it's not
one.
even mine. Nigerians want both, really.
Well, ideally it should be both, but we'll have to just wisdom is profitable to direct. So, but ideally, where you see that where you can get both, brilliant. But where you can't get both, then go for the one.
I guess that's what the current administration should be doing, trying to get Nigerians both, so that others. You know, like you said earlier, that somebody starts it, the other person says that, okay, so this is what it is, I can do this. So I guess a lot of Nigerians want a better way of dealing with this issue. Yeah. So
because we actually want a deterrent, not something that will encourage them. Because if someone stole $1 billion and is made to return maybe 200 million, and he goes free, the next person will just, brace up himself that, you know what, let me do 3 billion. Then I'll give them 600 million. Then I'll be fine. So that's why your own position too is right. That, okay, it's not enough to just do the pre-bargaining, but let there be some punitive measure applied to those people who looted the funds. Then we will know that, yes, it will send the right message. I mean, then I think another thing is this. If of the names we've seen or known or perceived, all right, now, once 2 people, just 2, can be convicted within a short space of time, and people actually see them go to jail, and people actually see funds recovered from them, I'm telling you, things will fall in line.
Finally, are enforcers ready?
Our enforcers have always been ready, but are they equipped? For example, fighting cyber crime. It's a global thing now. And if you look at what they do, recently I was with a lawyer friend at State Command, and we were asking some of those, they were able to crack some syndicate like that. And we asked them, how did you do it? And the guy was like, he was using his personal phone to run some of those things. Now, the intelligence is there, the willingness is there, but what it takes to execute the job is not there.
Okay, and so that's what the current government should
do. That's why I talked about strengthening these institutions. Give them what is necessary. You can't be, a colleague abroad can't be using internet, using all the gadgets and devices, and you're just here racking your head trying to crack the same crime. It's not going to work.
All right. Thank you very much, Bosun Ashifowera, for being on the show today.
Thank you.
All right. It's time to call it a day on Core Digest today. Thank you so very much for being a part through our phone line and also watching. And remember, you could send in your comments and contributions on our social media platform. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, and you could see this program again on our YouTube channel. You just see it scrolling, and you just log on to our YouTube channel to see a repeat of this particular program. And if we couldn't pick your call, we do apologize. Next time, you would be lucky, as we would gladly want to hear what you have to say to us. My name is Omotayo Alo. Do have a lovely rest of Wednesday. Bye-bye.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. And Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.